All right. So this time, before we roll to see who's doing the recap, go ahead and open the boxes that I got you guys.
Saoirse wanted to open the box, but I told her she couldn't open the package. So
Okay. And the bubble mailer part isn't sealed shut. It was just so things weren't like rattling around in the box.
I sealed it shut to keep me honest, and my toddler honest.
That's what I did too.
Okay. I just figured I would not seal it in case you wanted a free bubble mailer to use.
Huh? Jonathan goes, "I'm proud of you because I didn't open it. It was originally unsealed, and I was like, oh, this is too tempting. This is too tempting." And so I sealed it, and he goes, "We'll see."
So wait on the little scrolls that you find in there, but you can open the little black bag.
Ew. Oh! Shiny.
They're so pretty.
I rolled about 1,000.
Thank you, Hallie.
These are
Oh
beautiful.
gosh.
Thank you.
So I was
They're amazing.
trying to keep your characters in mind as well as the factions that you had joined when I was picking dice out.
These are
I
gorgeous.
usually like to get my players things for Christmas, but we hadn't really gotten very far on the campaign at that point, so this is like a late Christmas.
Thank
These
you.
are perfect. These are literally my favorite colors.
Awesome.
I love, it's like purple and gold and black. Dude, these are beautiful. What color are yours, Andrew?
Mine are like a clear green, but there's like purple like nebula in them and sparkle. And I just love that green purple combo. Like
yeah, so I was thinking for that one it's like kind of magical to go with the Force Gray thing, but then also dark because you were interested in the Zentarum.
Yeah, I love it.
Leona's are
And each one's
black.
really unique.
Leona's are black, gold, and clear to go with Zentarum's theme.
Mine are like a smoky grayish.
Mine have purple sparkles in them too.
Yeah, there was a little bit of purple in there.
You said like a gold black for like the paladin. That's cool.
It's like dark. It's like more like a smoky gray with gold flakes in it.
Ooh.
Yes, there's like a shiny center to it.
Like beautiful. Heather, what are yours?
Mine are like a teal blue with like blue and green sparkles in it, and like a clear dye, which is perfect because like I love blue.
Yes, I know you like blue, and then those were also like bright, like good magic, like Order of the Gauntlet is supposed to be. So kind of fitting with that.
I love it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So I figured I'd go ahead and have you guys open those up to start if you want to use new dice that might not be as cursed for figuring out who's doing the recap.
I was just thinking that.
I'm not going to roll with the one that Katie gave me, just so that you have that difference this time.
17.
So I got an 11, so it's whoever's getting closest to 11.
I also got a 17. Maui, do your thing.
Ooh, I think that might be me. I got a 12.
All right.
I also posted a photo of the general of my dice.
And then Steven, what did you get?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Andrew, you're starting us off.
Dang it. Okay.
Oh yeah, Hallie, you posted posted what all of ours look like. Oh, very cool.
Well, we had quite a time last time because we almost died. That was last time, right? We were in the cave.
Yeah, fight with the monk.
So that was a kind of like a mission from the Grey Hand. And we were there to like see about a possible threat to the city. And we met a monk meditating, and Sunny went and meditated with them. and shared some kind of special side chat bond. Uh, unbeknownst to us, we thought we were fighting for our lives, and he was wicked quick and got us all down pretty low. Sunny was landing hits.
Yeah.
We learned that the
but-
guy was about a level 100.
Yeah, and like an 18 AC or something like that.
It was higher than that, I
So-
think. Let me see.
Even higher. Yeah, it was nuts. I
22 is
remember
what
it had
I
to be like
Yeah, so it was
essentially modded.
22
hit.
AC, 137 hit
Oh,
points. Yeah, so it was a challenge rating 16. So what
We just got tossed around.
Yeah.
And Brunar broke rank like a coward. But it turned out to be the proper thing to do, because like honestly, like someone should get a way to resurrect people, and so be it the paladin. So, but as it turns out, he was kind of testing us and basically stopped as we were kind of in fight for our lives mode.
Yeah, so he was going to stop once you guys were like near 0 hit points, but you kept healing up so that it just kept drawing things out.
Stop trying.
So that was great.
So yeah, so he then told us kind of mysteriously, and came unto said knowledge also somewhat mysteriously, probably like divine insight kind of thing, that there was a possible threat to the city. I don't remember the exact wording on it, but it was like innocent blood being spilled.
No matter good deeds or evil, innocent blood shall spill on Founder's Day.
And so we have a date, and that was like a month-ish out, or like 40-ish days.
Yeah, so you got about 43 days until Founder's Day.
Or it could be nothing.
Yeah. He also
Um,
said to be careful who you trust.
That's true. And we did immediately tell some people that wanted to know what he knew. We'll see how that goes.
Well, when you put it that
Well,
way.
I got books, guys, so, and I've been doing some reading, I'll tell you.
To be fair, he did know that you were on a mission for Force Grey. You guys said that as part of the
Yeah.
conversation. So
At least plausible deniability if we screwed up.
yeah.
My favorite.
But we also leveled from milestoney kind of things. So everybody's probably got some new stuff. We had made it back kind of in the same day, and I remember it ending with an explosion.
Yes.
Did I get anything?
What was that?
Anything special? Oh, I just said, did I get anything special?
I think you got some additional spells. I don't know if you.
I think I got
Yeah,
one.
we went through and picked spells for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and my lay on hands is bigger.
Yeah, so your lay on hands is bigger, and you have cure wounds now, and then a couple other things.
Yay.
So it was 10. What is it? No.
I think it's 15.
Was it 10?
I don't have
Yeah.
cure wounds. I have channel divinity.
No, you have cure wounds. Look at your spells.
Oh, spells, not action.
Yeah.
Cure. Okay, there it is.
Um,
Oh, I have a bunch of spells.
and lay on hands pool is 15 now. It's 5 per level, I believe. But
That's huge. I could literally heal somebody half their health bar
yeah,
just by touching them in their no-no zone.
probably not in their no-no zone.
I think that makes it an automatic that one.
Hey, what are you doing down there?
No!
No!
Critical
Oh,
failure.
jeez.
I'll save you, my brother. Whoa, not there. Hang on. It's like when a kid's trying to climb in your lap and they put their knee in the wrong spot.
Oof. The party.
So, yeah, that was most of what happened at the last session. So you guys finished up with that, reported back to back to the Blackstaff. Got some more gold and a book of spells for Jackson to start learning. Went to bed, you got your long rest, and then in the morning, you woke up to, see, it says, the windows rattle as the roar of an explosion fills Trollskull Alley. Charred bodies and anguished screams fly through the air. A thick cloud of acrid smoke billows outward from the blast, which seems to have occurred right outside your door.
What was that? Bruno like bursts outside to go check it out.
Yeah, Tinkerell is gonna run outside too.
I'm like right at the doorway.
Excuse me. Sunny is gonna be hackles
Or
up
come downstairs.
and be looking out her window. Because obviously she was probably the only one sleeping in.
Alright, so Sunny is still inside, so I'm just gonna have you, like, on the roof on the map here to show that you're not outside yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I rolled a 19.
For what?
I don't know. I just
Okay.
did.
She'll probably pop the window open. Because doors are overrated.
So, for those of you going outside, or I guess also Sunny looking out the window, you notice that other nosy looky-loos are, like, peeking out their windows and coming outside to try to see what was going on. The blast didn't set any buildings on fire, but it did leave some destruction in the middle of the alley here, and there are 11 dead bodies in the aftermath.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Do we know what building it was? Looks like the
So this one's not a marked business. I think it's just a normal residential building.
okay.
But you can see, like, some of the roof is charred there, and, like, their deck is all destroyed.
Can I just start
it's
checking
broken.
for survivors or people who might be injured?
Yeah, Sam. I'm gonna start looking for people that are hurt.
Do I need to roll like just investigate or anything? Or
Yeah. I'm trying to decide
I
what
rolled.
fits best. I think yeah, investigate's probably the.
I rolled a 15. What is my investigation?
Brunor gets a
+2.
+2, so
So
17 for Brunor.
17.
10 base. I'm looking, but you'll probably get to it faster.
+3.
Refreshing.
I got a 15.
Okay. And then Sunny's
Mine's
still
just my
inside.
intelligence. It's like +3.
No, Sunny's not investigating yet.
Okay.
You can go ahead and tell them, and then I will do my.
Okay.
It is +3,
Yes.
so 13.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of check it out, and it doesn't look like anybody that was in the blast survived. There are a couple of witnesses around the outside perimeter, but those who were in the blast are all gone. You notice that there is an elderly woman, a couple of cloaked male humans, wearing leather armor, and they have long swords on them, which most people in Waterdeep don't travel around with weapons, so that's a little bit odd. There are two women and a half-elf male that are just dressed in normal clothing. A male gnome wearing a burned cloak and clutching a dagger. And then two female halflings who were playing a flute and a fiddle. And then two other male halflings.
Can Sunny jump up on the roof real quick and see if she sees anyone fleeing the scene?
Bruno just shouts, "Are you okay?"
Shouts at who?
Whoever's standing out there. You said there's people standing out there.
Some people look kind of sus.
Well,
Yeah.
Bruno's not smart enough to know.
I'll get to that in a second. So
I think I think for Jackson, the people with the swords would probably catch his eye first, and he'd maybe like shout at them, like, "What's happening?" Not necessarily that they did anything, but
well, they're some of the dead bodies.
oh, those are
So
okay. I'm
that
sorry.
list
Okay,
is all the dead, like all the
okay,
people who are on the ground.
gotcha.
I think with Brunor's perception or Brunor's investigation, and then Leona, can I get a perception check from Sunny?
Oh yeah, 23.
Okay.
Nothing got past me.
Yeah, so you notice that the two men that had black cloaks on and had the swords also have a winged snake tattoo on them. And the gnome has dried sewage on his boots and cloak.
Ew.
So it looks like a gang fight gone wrong.
So Brunor wanted to just call out and see if people were okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the person who's closest here, like right over next to the deck, kind of around the corner a tiny bit, is like a 12-year-old kid. And he's very clearly trying to like hide around the corner and not be like in the middle of things. You also see a well-dressed, likely wealthy woman outside of the PI's office. And then the other person who was standing outside before, because like more people have been coming out and crowding and trying to see what's going on. But the other person who was standing outside before was Fala, the person who owns the like herbal
The
apothecary
herbal shop.
But she's trying to follow us around.
No, she's just kind of hanging out outside of her shop.
See anyone running off?
Um, Let me make sure. I don't believe so, but I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
Since I didn't notice much, I think I would inch toward the PI's office, or just head that way. See if the lady there is okay, but also like see if the PI knows anything more beyond
Okay.
that it was a gang thing.
Yeah, so you don't notice anybody run off?
Okay. After you deal with Jackson, I was gonna
Oh,
go talk
were
with
you?
Fala.
Oh.
That's probably more just like flavor, like it's happening while everything else is happening.
Alright, so Jackson's gonna go over and talk to the woman that was at the PI's office.
Just making sure she's okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. She's very visibly shaken. I was just here to hire Mr. Trench to check up on what my husband has been up to. I almost died in that blast.
I'm very glad you didn't, ma'am. Is he in right now?
He is. He's just inside.
We'll take cover in case there's more problems. We'll trying to figure out what's happening, but we're as clueless as you about what's going on. And like
Are you trying to investigate what happened here?
we're
It,
I
it
mean, it
sounds
just
it sounds
happened
like you
in
might
front of our
be.
door, so yeah. I mean, in time, possibly. Do you have any connection to it or know anything?
I did see. I was just walking out right when it happened, and there was a man on the rooftop, but not like not a man, more like a puppet shaped like a man, a puppet without strings. The creature was on the rooftop and hurled something into the crowd below, causing the explosion. I saw those halflings burned alive.
Uh-oh. Pinocchio's on the loose.
Puppets!
I'm scared.
I actually just start murmuring like puppets under my breath. Like that's clearly
Terrifying.
weirded me out. Yeah.
Puppets.
But I'm also like my eyes are now scanning the rooftops, I guess, or alleys that I'm nearby.
Yeah, so as far as you can tell, whatever it was fled pretty quickly before you guys could make it out of the tavern. But she mentioned that she saw something that was like a man, but not.
And then out of nowhere, Bruno just says, "Boom!"
Too soon,
I
buddy.
assure you,
Too
he
soon.
doesn't know anything.
What was that?
He's shell shocked, man.
Yeah.
Which is basically what's going on. He has no clue what happened, what's going on. He's terrified and he's just shook.
Somebody calm Bruno down. We need him.
I walk over to Bruno.
Have they taught you to res yet, Paladin?
Have they?
No.
I figured that's probably like a later rank thing.
Yeah, enough time would have passed that you couldn't just like heal them back up. Also, they probably took enough damage that you wouldn't be able to just heal them back up. And you don't have any resurrect spells yet.
Take it back, Bruno. It's gonna be okay.
Bruno are scared.
Tink's
I
gonna
just
walk over.
knocking on the PI's door, trying to get his attention too. Sorry, go ahead.
Tink's
yes.
gonna walk over to Bruno and like reach up and just pat his elbow and be like, "It's okay, buddy."
Yeah, so Vincent Trench was just like inside his door. He was kind of peeking out to see what was going on. So he just steps right outside. What can I do for you?
You, the eye. What do you know?
I know a lot of things.
About this, clearly, sir. Look at this crap. Don't play dumb.
I mean, there's no need to be hostile here. It seems like there's enough hostility going on. I mean, it just happened. I haven't really had a chance to investigate it myself, but
What do you know about puppets? Are you a ventriloquist?
what about them?
This lady here says she may have seen something like a person, but not a person. Does this look like an act of arcana or something to you?
So, this is some kind of a fireball spell, whether it was cast normally or with an item, I'm not sure, but it looks like a fireball. I can't say for certain, But the first thing that comes to my mind when you mention puppets is you might want to check out the Temple of Gond, the House of Inspired Hands.
Probably not there anymore.
Sorry, House of what?
House of Inspired Hands, and I'm typing that now.
House of Inspired. Interesting. Okay.
They are the Temple of Gond is dedicated to inventions and creating new contraptions. One of those contraptions could be a living puppet.
They're making everything these days. Anyone else think it's weird this guy knows a lot about puppets?
Hmm.
He's like, you're the one that's asking about puppets, sir.
Just saying. Just a thing I noticed.
I think my friend here is just a little paranoid and a little shook up still from the explosion. Don't take any offense, please.
Understood.
I look at him kind of sus.
This is a bit much for me. I prefer peace and quiet, so I'm gonna go back inside now.
Thank you for your help. We're gonna probably check that out. But I turn to make sure everybody's still okay, party-wise.
So as you guys have been talking to Vincent Trench and to this woman, oh, come on. Dang it. No. Undo. Can I undo? No, I can't undo? Well, that's dumb.
Nope. Not allowed.
Everything is forever.
Well, apparently I just have to, one by one, make each of these visible, which is very irritating. Guards are coming in to secure the scene while they wait for investigators to come in.
What do you think, guys? Should we leave this to the cops, or I mean, this happened on our front doorstep?
I mean, I'm down to check out this House of Inspired Hands thing.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Because now I'm a little terrified that we might have a living puppet running around near our house, and that's more scary than a bomb, honestly.
It's scary. It's scary that I did a lot of reading on puppets last night, which is actually true for
Oh my god.
character.
Can I corroborate the story with Fala?
Yeah.
Just ask her what she saw. Make sure we're getting the same here. We're not being fed anything.
Yes. I'm just making sure that I'm not leaving out important stuff here. Alright. So, you wanted to stop and talk to Fala? No. Please. I have an overlay on my GM map of, like, numbering what each building is, and I keep accidentally moving that overlay instead of the stuff that I want to move. So,
Whoop.
yeah. There we go. Alright. So Fala sees you walking up. Are you okay? Did any of you get hurt in the blast?
No, we're all okay. We were all inside. Oh, what happened?
Well, I was watering plants in the greenhouse on the second floor of my shop, and then the blast blew out some of my windows. Luckily, I wasn't injured. Um, but through the smoke, I saw a cloaked man take something from the body of the dead gnome over there, and then he limped away. He was badly burned and kept looking over his shoulder like he wanted to make sure he wasn't being followed. And I think he was headed towards the Bent Nail, which is the furniture shop.
Well, let's go check it out. I mean, let's go check it out.
I think we should maybe just send one of us in.
I'll go.
I was meaning me.
Okay, fine.
Stealth or endearing charisma?
Right?
I think we're gonna try stealthing. Because I'm pretty sure my charisma is garbage.
So what were you wanting to check out?
I was gonna try and maybe sneak it. Well, I don't know if there's any windows around the shop, the Bent Nail.
Yeah, there would be some windows around.
Okay. Do you think
And
I can?
And it's the
go
one
ahead.
at the end of the alleyway that has just like
Yes.
the one person on the deck out front.
Yeah, and that is that's Tally, right? The actual like.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Well, I guess since he's outside.
Yeah, at this point then like the shop owners are all kind of like peeking out wondering what's going on. So
Okay, so maybe I will just. Well, then I'm not gonna try and. There's no point in stealthing to try and sneak into his building. Well, I guess Bruno, if you want to come with, go ahead.
Let's go.
I figured I'd come ask him and see what he saw, since it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to sneak in and check out the bodies, huh?
if you're real stealthy or if you were trying to get like a view from above, but at this point there's guards all over the place. So there's
they
guards.
saw us sneaking around.
Yes, there's guards that would be preventing you from getting too close to the crime scene, and then there's guards at each entryway to the alley, trying to make sure that if the person who did this is still there, that they don't get away.
Okay, so maybe I am gonna try and stealth.
I signal from the back alley that I can help. And while you're doing that, can I set an alarm on this back door?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, I see you. Okay. I'm back here with Fala. I'm gonna jump on the roof. I'll run over to Jackson and see if maybe he can cause a distraction to
I was
the
thinking
guard.
of alarming and then just going this way. Oh, you want me to distract the guards? They look like they have that side, and Bruno has that side covered.
Well, I'm on the roof, so.
I put the alarm. Then if I put the alarm on the back side of that business, then that's good, and I can just be here, I guess.
I just realized some of these didn't actually show up. There we go.
I see there's a big group. Is that the ones that just pop in? There's like 6.
Yes, there's 3 groups of guards in addition to the ones that are surrounding the actual crime scene. So I was trying to select the whole group and make them visible at one time, and it just selected 2 of them. I think that you can still be where you are, though. I'm just assuming that you would have like gone through the tavern and out the back door to get there.
Maybe, Jackson, you can trip the alarm.
Is that that's what you said.
Maybe you can trip the alarm.
Just set it off early?
And see if any of the guards will follow.
So how does the alarm go off?
I have to set some pretty specific parameters. It's so when I set it up, I would think I would have to choose. I think it said like choose a window or door,
Mm-hmm.
and then it can go off audibly or in my mind. So I guess that
Yeah,
does
that was what I
matter
didn't.
in how you
That
set
was what I
this up.
wasn't sure of. If it was just like a
Yeah.
mental thing, or if it was something that other people would actually hear.
Oh my god, I wasn't thinking of it when I specified.
Yeah.
Um. So I mean, it's a little. It actually says it's a little bell with strings. So we'll go with my first time setting it up. I did it audibly, I guess.
While you guys are doing that, uh, make sure that I am on the correct layer as I'm moving things. This 12-year-old kid comes up to you, Tink.
Oh, hello there.
Um, he's like obviously like scared or nervous. Um, right after the explosion, I ducked behind a rain barrel, and I heard a plop, and I found this in the barrel. And he holds up a necklace um, that has 2 beads on it and a broken clasp.
Did you happen to see anybody like around right after you heard the plop, or right before?
No, I didn't. And actually, can I have you make an Arcana check for me?
Yeah. Ooh, I got a +5 to that. Should be good. I rolled a 7, so I got a 12.
Okay. Um. Yeah, and I think that's still good enough because there's enough other context clues. Um. It looks like this is a magical necklace. Like the beads hold a spell. Um. The fact that there are beads missing and the necklace is broken. This is probably what caused the fireball. This is probably the item um, that the wealthy woman saw hurled off the rooftop.
Would you mind if I had that so I can keep it safe until we figure out exactly what went on? Me and my friends are trying to figure out who did this and try to help catch the bad guy.
Make a persuasion check.
You could look in the brain barrel for other beads.
Right, I'm tired of these metal dice.
New dice!
3. Got an 11.
That's high
Yeah, I need
enough.
to use it.
He'll go ahead and hand it over to you.
Sweet. Thank you so much. Here,
Because keeping in mind that it is a kid that found something shiny, so like he's like, I don't know, I don't really want to give it to you, but okay.
I'll give him 1 gold piece in exchange, like as
That's a
reward.
lot.
Well,
Kid's rich now.
it's a lot to him, but considering the fact that it's a necklace of fireballs, it's
Right,
not
like
actually.
I'm sure it's worth a lot more than that.
Uh, Thank you, ma'am, and he takes the gold and runs away before you change your mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to go to this rain barrel he was talking about and like look around it, see if there's anything else that might have gotten tossed.
Yeah, so that was just next to the building, kind of where he was tucked around the corner right after the explosion. Um, it doesn't look like there's anything else of note in there. Like there's some debris from the explosion, but
Gotcha. I'll just kind of put the necklace in my bag or pocket or whatever, just so the guards don't see it for now.
okay. And then, what were Sunny and Jackson doing?
was gonna see if Jackson, would you want to maybe set off the alarm, and maybe just be like, oh, I accidentally set off the alarm for our own building. Oh no! See if maybe we can draw some of these guys away and see if I can sneak in and look at these bodies a little closer.
Would draw. I guess it would draw them probably away. It would draw them to the back of this building. Is that the idea?
Yes, so that I can come over here on the south side of the building.
Okay. Well, I don't want to look super sus. Can I go in? Well, actually, I don't know. I say as I do something more sus. Can I go in the back of one of these other buildings before I set it off? Or like as I set it off?
That's up to you. You can make yourself look sus, and that might draw
I just
their
think
attention.
there could be someone still in there. I just want to make sure. But I go to like I guess the back of these buildings.
Like actually in the
At
building,
least
or just
for
like
now.
tucked around the side?
Just to the side, since it would probably be another action to do it.
Okay.
Um,
Because this is
I
like
don't know if
this
it's
is like a residential
specified.
area, so you would be like breaking into someone's house and probably
I was gonna
scaring the
say I'm
shit out of
not
them.
going in, but I'm distancing myself like a little bit from the alarm,
Okay.
so I can point and be like, I hear something. If when this other group of guards probably also comes down the alley.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's specified if I could set it off early, but if I can't, I guess I would use my gust to like trigger it.
Let me
Nice.
see.
Very smart.
That could work. Let me just look at the alarm spell real quick here.
Because I think it might have been kind of rigid in its conditions, but like I think
Whenever
the
a
gust
tiny
could.
or larger creature touches or enters a warded area.
Okay, I might have to touch it and run then.
Yeah.
That's pretty sus.
I mean,
Either
Can I
that
still
or
get like
technically, I could set it off.
from above it or something?
I can touch it and jump back on the
Hang
roof
down,
and
touch it,
go.
and then get back on the roof.
Yes, stealth
Ooh.
and acrobatics.
A little
Or-
little ninja flip.
Yeah.
Put a little tabaxi toe on the door, and then
Yep.
swing back up.
Exactly.
sure.
Let's try it.
Then-
There's no harm.
then
There's
I'm
no harm in
booking it.
trying.
Well, not booking it. Walking slyly down the alley. Cool guys don't look at explosions or alarms.
Okay. I'm assuming you're gonna want me to do a stealth and an acrobatics check.
I'm not worried about stealth. About acrobatics, but you will need to use stealth to make sure they don't see you tripping the alarm and then running back away.
Jumping back up on the roof.
Yeah.
And running.
Yeah.
All right. I don't. Well, I rolled a 17 and I have a +6. So there's that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to make it back on the roof, no problem, and the alarm is sounding.
Which is the sound of like a bell, I think it's
Yeah.
said.
Um,
And I just say, well, what is that?
Oh,
My
oh no!
can I get a performance, either performance or deception from you? I think performance is better for Jackson.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm just pointing. Okay.
Lay it on thick.
Hello?
I was about to say the same thing.
You there?
Hello?
Hello?
There we go.
I
Yeah,
think I
so
cut.
I was having you roll for performance, and then it went quiet, so I don't know.
Gotcha. No, it was probably my exclaim that did it because it was a nat 20
Oh,
plus
okay.
my performance.
So it's probably just like blocking noise, thinking that it was...
That, and also there's a couple dead spots in my room. It's bad signal up here, and there's like
Gotcha.
it's really windy.
All right. Yeah. So they don't move too far because like they have specific areas that they're supposed to guard. But these guys start to come over this way to see what's going on, and then, these guards,
Performance of my life.
without getting too far away from the blast area, they move down the alleyway a little bit so that they can be closer to whatever disturbance that was. Yeah. And then I'm gonna need a stealth check from Sunny if you're wanting to check stuff out while they have their backs turned.
Don't fuck it up. 17.
Okay. Is that with the +6?
That's with the +6.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're still all right there. Yeah, so for the most part, you don't really find too much that's new. It looks like there are some people who were just like out for a morning stroll, while there were also some Zentarum agents, along with a gnome covered in sewage, like he was possibly
Hostage.
coming from somewhere that he shouldn't have been. But
I remember what's in the sewers. Gang stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Stuff.
And it's the rivals to the Zentarum, so like you
Yes.
especially hate them now.
Piss boo.
Can I have you make one more investigation check for me, Leona?
Oh yeah. What is my investigate? Oh shit. 14.
That is high enough.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have a -1 in investigation.
So
That's funny because you have like high perception.
I know.
as you're checking out the gnome that's covered in sewage, you notice that he also has like some kind of a money or gem pouch on his side.
Oh, I'm just gonna yoink that.
So then I need a sleight of hand check from you.
But they're watching me.
There's still witnesses around. Just
Oh, come on.
the guards are distracted, but the witnesses could still, in theory.
15?
Yeah, you
Okay.
grab it.
Whew, I have a +4 on that. Whew.
Nice.
Oh. Yikes.
Which, after you get away from the blast area, you'd be able to look at it, and it has 500 gold points worth of gems.
Ooh,
Damn,
alrighty.
score.
Damn!
Rich.
Sonny is
Guys, I think that
rolling in
belongs to the authorities.
You don't know that I have it. Thank you very much.
I was gonna say we don't really do the crowd. And I would not be saying that.
So the distraction's only going to keep...
Okay, I'm gonna yeet out of there.
Yeah,
Run.
so these guys are going to return to their posts shortly after, while the guys that are actually in the alleyway are going to go ask Jackson, like, what was that? Is everything okay?
Sneak in through the back door and come out the front. And just be like, I'm so sorry. It was totally my fault. I forgot that he was putting the alarm on and I triggered it. It was completely on me.
Okay, well,
Sorry, Jackson.
You two may want to stay inside while we check to make sure that the coast is clear, that everything is safe here.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely.
Sorry, my dear.
She's gonna like look at you, my dear.
Ooh, silly me.
Like, as we're walking in, Madeir, really?
So I am sneaking in the same building. This is the furniture store.
No, this is the this is your
It's our place.
place.
That's
yeah.
our okay.
Which shortly after all of this, the guards supervisors arrive. Sergeant Seth Cromley and Barnabas Blastwind from the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors.
Fancy names.
So they're going to be going around and questioning people to see what's been going on. Which, as they're coming through, is Brunor still just chilling outside?
He was, yeah, he was just kind of hanging out,
Okay.
like looking around, trying to figure out what's going on, trying to not look like suspicious because he knew that you guys were up to something, but not quite sure.
So the first person that they see as they're turning into the alleyway is Brunor. Good
He's
morning.
just standing there.
Good morning, sir. Are you all right? Were you hit by the blast?
No, I came out here to see what it was.
Well, we're going to look into it. We're going to take care of it, so don't you worry. You might want to just stay inside while the smoke clears to make sure that you're safe.
Okay. I'll go ahead and walk back into our own tavern.
And so they're going to just be going around, investigating the blast itself, talking to the guards, going door to door. Tink, would you make your way back to the tavern, or are you still kind of investigating stuff yourself?
I was just thinking that. I guess I'll go down this alley. And is this another person who's like came to gawk, or is that kid?
That's the kid. That's the kid who was like, "I got my gold. I'm running."
Later!
So I'll go around that way to get to the tavern, but I'll stay outside. I guess I'll have to walk by the supervisors, and I'll just kind of.
Well, they're also still just like walking around. They're gonna be checking out the blast scene. So like, you could get back without running into them if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'll just kind of hang out on the porch, kind of watching what's going on, seeing if I see anybody else that looks suspicious.
Okay. So a bit of time passes. They're investigating the scene. They're questioning neighbors. While that's all happening, and you guys are just kind of waiting, a couple of deliveries show up.
Always on time. FedEx.
Yeah, of course. Well, especially like for these high-powered organizations, they're gonna be on top of it. So first off is going to be a message from the Order of the Gauntlet. So if Heather and Steven want to open up the scroll with the yellow and white string
Blue and
on
white.
it.
Got it. Very stringy. This turned out awesome.
Yeah, these are epic.
Smells like soy sauce.
Well,
Authentic.
I
Oh,
don't.
it does.
I don't have coffee, so I use soy sauce. So that's what you get.
They didn't know. Holly, they didn't notice until I said something.
Well,
Wasn't
I
it
did.
my idea?
I wasn't planning on smelling it.
I also warned Leona and Heather, like, I'm sorry if your mail smells like soy sauce.
That's
I thought it was
right.
because like you accidentally got soy sauce on them, not that you used soy sauce to make them.
Hallie was like, I don't have coffee. How do I make this look old? And
I'm wondering if I would have even noticed now.
I
Right?
doubtful.
He said that, and I put it up to my nose and smelled it. And I was like, "Am I just tripping, or like does
Am
it
I-
actually smell like it?"
It says
Not quite.
well,
Dang, what's in that scroll?
the
Give
font
me
kind of
some.
sounds like that. Wait, Bruno knows how to read, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have to have like a -2 or -3 intelligence to not be
Okay.
literate. You don't necessarily know a lot of stuff, but you're not just dumb. A +0 is average.
I kind of chalk it up a lot of times to just you like knowing like common or whatever, like as a second language or something.
Yeah.
I figure it's also like you can be smart in certain areas without being book smart.
hmm
True that.
Also, Bruno's figured out that if he acts just ever so slightly dumb, he can pass a lot of
Yeah.
people's perception of intent.
Act.
Yeah, kinda. So he's smart enough to know that if he
Play it
just
up.
holds the stupid act.
Hey,
The
Hallie,
big oogly orc eyes.
I can't read a word.
Oh no.
It's not that it's that messed up. It's just I'm not sure what the word says. So, do you know what it says? Find out what else the broadsheets
Yeah.
publisher.
Oops.
What is that?
So the broadsheets are like newspapers. Um,
Okay. So I
yeah.
was
So
reading it right.
find out what else the broadsheets publisher knows. So like the newspaper editor.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we see each other holding the same notes, right?
It would have
Like-
really realistically just been like one delivered to both of you, but for the sake of me mailing people things, then you have separate copies.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Hey, let's go check this out.
And there's
Got a
like
lot of things to check out. That's for sure.
and there's like time happening between all this stuff as the investigation is happening outside. But like a half hour or so later, a flying snake comes by with a message for Jackson and Sunny. That's going to be the black and gold.
Ooh. Nani?
Hello, black
Big
and
flying snake. New fear unlocked.
Or as Sunny thinks of it, a flying snack.
That's right. She drools as it flies off. Oh, interesting.
This looks
Okay.
awesome.
It's from Devil.
Do you dabble the devil?
trying to dabble him.
I was gonna say I would like to. I don't know if felines are his thing. Might not be a cat person.
So Jackson is actually like during this time, he's kind of afraid that somehow this is like connected with him because he happened to read a bunch of magic books that night.
And then an explosion happens with a puppet that caused it. Yeah.
And the puppet thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, and then like, so he's just like venting, like it all just comes out like super fast, like about just like, oh, I should like read all this stuff and blah blah blah. And then like he also in passing mentions that he likes Yagra. Just like in passing. He's like, do you know her at all? Because he saw her defending herself on the first thing, and he was like, orc lady. And he wants to do a feat of
Orc
strength
lady.
to impress her.
That's the real reason that you want to
But he's
join this
too shy.
Zentarum.
That is, I have decided, actually. I was thinking about it. So, like, he is kind of maybe, like, not really super into the, like, gang idea, but he's totally in it, like,
Or Yagra.
just in case. Just in case. You gotta be in the right spot. But also still terrified.
And then a little bit later in the morning, along with all of the other chaos, you have another message pop into your head. But for the sake of this, it is written on a scroll. So that's going to be the blue and gray one.
The pop never gets old. Whoa.
I have blue and white, right?
It's like a really light
Can I-
gray.
Oh, so I'm supposed to open this one too?
Yeah. And at this point, all of the scrolls should be opened. All of your messages, mission briefings.
Can I ask Sunny if she got that too, like that message? She's like, did you feel that?
Leona?
Brunor's got the
Sorry.
message.
Yeah, stepped away. Sorry.
What was that?
I guess everybody's inside, right? So I would just ask everybody. I was asking
so-
you if you had like
At one point,
Heard
Brunor
the
and
top
Tink were
or-
still outside, but I don't know if they would have been for like the hours that the investigation is taking place.
I was about to say.
Well,
that I
Tink
would
might.
wander back inside. I was gonna wander back inside now that I got the message.
I was gonna run up to because I would probably assume that Jackson got one. Hey Jackson, did you get one of these?
yeah.
Do you wanna?
That's
Do you wanna?
pretty crazy.
It's from Devil.
Oh, you're talking about that one?
Yes. Wait, you got another one?
Yeah, you didn't hear that just now?
No. No.
The pop? You don't know the pop?
Nope.
Pop in the head?
Definitely not. Are you sure your head's fixed?
Are you sure
think
yours?
so.
Because I know what he's talking about.
You know the pop.
Yeah,
Freaky.
there's a dragon about.
Dragons? I know, right? I,
It's
for
always
one,
been my dream to slay a dragon.
No.
I just like mouth, I know. Just like, yes.
Is Brunor still just hanging out outside, or would he have gone in?
Yeah, he would have gone in.
We can. I mean, I'll share with you guys what I got. I'm like waving my little message in the air, like it's from Devil. Like total fangirling right now. And we're supposed to go find some potions of mind reading for a client and deliver them in secret.
Yeah, they're probably up to all kinds of good with that.
Yeah, no kidding. Bruno and I received a message from Wow, I already
Savra.
forgot. Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Apparently, there is a notorious thief called the Black Viper. Everybody thought she was dead, I guess, but she has resurfaced, and she likes to rob noble estates. So they're wanting us to try to figure out her identity and pointed us in the direction of the broadsheets publisher to see what they know.
Which, Heather, could I have you make a history check for me?
Yeah. Where the heck is history on this? Oh, there it is. Oh, I got a +5. Alright. Oh! I only got an 11. That was with the new dice, too.
Okay.
Used up all my
Well,
good rolls last time.
that's alright. Yeah, you don't really know much about it, but you've heard rumors in the past about the Black Viper. It's like Waterdeep's vigilante. So, like, kind of like a superhero operating in the shadows. But with your moral compass, you probably aren't on her side because she's stealing from people, even if those people deserve it.
Gotcha. A thief's a thief, damn it. And we need to stop her.
I don't think so. She's stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Don't you think that the poor deserve that?
Don't you think the rich deserve to keep what they've managed to get?
Well,
Like if
also
they've
it
earned
doesn't
it?
it doesn't specifically say that she gives it to the poor. It just says that she steals it from the nobles.
Oh.
So we don't know necessarily what she's
If
doing with
she's
it.
So maybe
Robin
not.
Hood or like Catwoman.
Right.
She's robbing people.
Like, it could be with good intentions, but you're not sure.
Okay. Well,
But
Fair enough.
also, like, that fits the Centaur's profile, so you can't really say anything.
yeah. Maybe we should do our things apart and just not ask questions.
Should we ask questions about these dead bodies, people?
Yeah, I think that's a little more pressing of a matter, to be honest.
Willing to bet that
Considering it was right in front of our house.
Well, I'm willing to bet that Davil knows something. So if we fulfill his little errand, we might be able to get some time with him and figure out what's going on.
You just wanna see your boyfriend.
Okay, that's besides the point. Whereas if we're working with your gauntlet people, they're not gonna give us any information. You're just doing their bidding.
Well, I'm not saying do either of those. I'm saying investigate what we learned from the witnesses here.
I'm saying
So,
Davil might
Hmm.
have more info.
Because I still want to check out this Temple of the Gond. Then again, if Davil has information on that, it might be good to have prior information before we just go
Do you
first in there.
do you know anything more? Because you haven't disclosed the necklace, right?
Oh, true. I forgot about that. I also forgot to mention, because I was a little distracted watching the guards out there for hours. A little boy ran up to me and gave me this, and I believe it is the weapon. It's missing beads. It still has some beads though, so it might still be dangerous. So I convinced him to give it to me, but I haven't told the guards about it.
It's probably for the better.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about what we were told about not trusting just anybody.
So,
Well,
Is it?
right after...
Freaking out that we touched evidence.
So, as you guys are having this conversation, you hear a knock at the front door.
We're busy.
Oh, Shit,
quickly
I
shove the
head
necklace back in my pocket.
down to the basement. I am in the basement faster than the rats normally get there.
Okay, I guess that means I'm opening the door. Send the cat to the door. Great, like a dog.
You see Cromley and Blastwind outside. The guys who were leading the investigation.
It's the Popo!
May we come in? We have a few questions to ask you.
Pens. You can answer the questions out here.
I mean,
I am in the bag, just downing stale ale for alibi. Been drinking.
I guess we could talk outside if you would be more comfortable.
Sure. Sounds like a great idea.
So who all is going to be outside with him? Not Jackson. That's
Obviously.
All right.
Tink'll step
Good
out.
move. Good move on the talk to them outside.
all right. So we have Tink, Sunny. Is Brunor going to be talking to the cops?
Sure.
Okay. So, after investigating the scene and talking to some of your neighbors, we just wanted to follow up with a few questions for you. It seems that the gnome out there, which, just for reference, is the one that Leona pocketed the
Of course, son of a bitch.
it seems that the gnome out there was coming towards your guys' establishment. A few of the witnesses mentioned that they saw him heading this way. Did you have any connection to the deceased?
Gnome. There was a gnome out there?
Yes, ma'am. So, among the many dead out there, apparently the gnome was running from 3 armed pursuers, of which one of them seems to have escaped, and the other 2 have some criminal affiliations. So we're wondering why the gnome would have been coming here.
Well, there's other
Sure.
residents beyond us.
I've only been here for, what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks? How much in-game time have we had here, Hallie?
Let me see. It's been like less than a week in game.
Okay,
Yeah, so it's been 7 days of in-game time.
I've only been here for a week. And we've just been working on fixing our tavern here.
Yeah, up until a few days ago, like, we weren't even living in this place. We were across town. And I know I am a gnome, but that does not mean I know all of the gnomes.
I was not
Yeah.
implying that,
that's all.
ma'am. Um, well, we have heard from others in the city and in the area that you like to try to play the hero in some way, and we just first want to warn you that it could be dangerous and ask that you trust in the watch. But also to be perfectly honest with you, at this point, our best lead is that they were heading in your direction. So we ask that you please not leave the city or stray too far, because we might have some further questions for you.
Understandable. Did you talk to all of the witnesses that are around? And they, like, that was the only thing that they could give you?
Something about a figure on the rooftops. Um, and then we were able to gain some insights into who the people were that were affected by the blast. But as for motivations of where people were going and what was going on, the only lead that we currently have is that they were coming here.
Did anybody know who this gnome was?
No. We're hoping that we can learn more, but at this time we don't know who this man was.
Maybe he'd heard about, like, us helping others, and that's why he was headed to us.
That is a possibility.
Well, gentlemen, we're going to get back in with our day and fixing our inn, if you have no further questions for us.
Of course, but if you hear anything, if you find anything else, then please keep us in mind, and please let us know anything that you hear.
You'll be the first to know.
And
Appreciate
he's
it.
just going to turn around and walk away.
All right. So you might still see throughout the day like an occasional guard or two wandering around, but for the most part they clear out.
Do you guys mind if I go use the restroom real quick?
Yeah, and I was going to say
kiss the kids goodnight.
And this is a good time for a break, so
Okay,
we'll go ahead and do that now.
Sounds good.
I'll be back in a few.
All right. So I know a lot of stuff was just thrown at you. Literally, a fireball was just thrown at the alley that you guys are living in.
Yeah.
So, where do you guys want to start?
Smarty party.
You could also say, "Screw all this. Let's just work on our tavern," if you wanted to. But
Well, it is good we didn't try to fix the windows, or they would be blown right now.
that's
Yeah.
true. That was the last. That was the next thing that you guys were talking about doing.
Mm-hmm.
That would have pissed me off.
Yeah, because the windows were blown out for the place right across the street from you, so that probably would have happened.
Well, so we all have messages. Do we want to go check out that Gond place?
The Temple of the God.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were saying
This is
that
the main lead on what happened, I guess.
Yeah, so,
I-
and during the break, I typed in the notes part of Discord just a summary of what you learned from witnesses and from the cops. And then the one guy also mentioned that if you're looking for a puppet man, the Temple of Gond is probably your best bet.
I think you were saying that Devin or Davil might have information though.
That was my other thing. Was I feel like we should either go to the Temple of Gond or Davil first. I vote Davil because I think he'll probably have more info.
I
And
think
if
it'd be
Dabble
good
doesn't
to
know
have-
anything, the Gray Hand or the Smarty Party might.
Marty party.
Smarty party.
I heard Bruno suggest it, and I was like, they could know something too. Especially if it was magic related, they seem to know their way around that.
I think it's
But
definitely.
it's also
a good idea
game
to get
related,
some
so I think
information.
Dabble maybe first.
I think it's a good idea to get some information before we go to the Temple of God, since that might be where we'll find the living puppet.
Well, unless
So
we're
let's-
just straight up trying to catch whoever it is, then maybe go straight there. But yeah,
So I was thinking of doing this the God Catcher's Order thing. Do that so that we get some more reputation with Davil and maybe head over there. Because it looks like this is going to be a pretty quick. Yeah, we're just going to a shop.
well, if it's on the way,
We might need to look at the map.
Here, let me get that
Yeah.
pulled up here.
Because we need to go to the Trades Ward and then we got to figure out where that other.
do you not have enough rep already with your Dazzling Devil?
I mean, I do,
buddy.
but. Okay, Field Ward, North Ward.
And then I'm trying to
You are.
find here so that I can highlight for you.
Okay, so there's Castle Ward. Where we need to drop it.
I was gonna say you could potentially say that the part of the payment for doing it would be info, if he knows anything. I'm not saying bribe him, but
Not sure. Let's see where we at. Hold on. I haven't figured out where we at. Hold on.
I keep trying to highlight this, and it is not very easy to see. Clear. So I don't know if you can see, I highlighted the House of Inspired Hands on the map here.
Top left.
Yeah.
Okay. We have to drop the potions in the Castle Ward.
Which is at the Godcatcher statue, which is right above the market there.
Yes. And then where's the trades ward where we're supposed to get them?
The trades ward is next to the dock ward, like right by the yawning portal. It's just to the east of the yawning portal.
Oh, well, we gotta go there anyway. So, oh, yep, there it is. So, we could pick up the bottles at the trades ward, stop at the yawning portal. And then make our way up north.
Does he meet you there?
I mean, that's where his room is, I'm assuming.
Okay.
That's where we've met the last 2 times.
Okay.
It is worth noting that both of the times that you went to meet him, it was like evening or nighttime.
Oh shit, that's right.
So you might not expect to have him there like 24/7 necessarily, but
Cat.
Hallie,
yes.
is there a message system in this city? Or a discrete message system?
Not exactly. Just like delivering messages through couriers, paying somebody to deliver a message for you, or if you have magical ability like the black staff, then you can just beam messages into people's heads. But
Or the flying snakes.
yeah, but there's not like an official message system.
Hey, Jackson, can you telecommunicate?
No, just the alarm. But they have the one way. The black staff has a one way to me.
Weird. Okay.
To me and Bruno, actually.
Well, then maybe we should just go to the House of Inspired Hands and see what we find. And then if we don't find anything, then maybe ask Davil. And meet my beloved later.
Should we keep this necklace with us? Or
I was just wondering that if I should maybe stash it, but then again,
stash it or hand it over to the black staff?
I mean, I'm not
Maybe
sure if
even,
we're
like,
not supposed to
do more
trust-
research on it. I just figure if it is puppet or magic related in some way, that they might be able to know something about it. Or even send help with us to the place that we suspect.
True.
Well, magic is not my forte, so I'm gonna let you all decide that. I prefer doing things with my hands.
I mean, it's clearly really powerful and dangerous, so definitely want to have it in the right hands, not the wrong ones.
They are an information organization, and surely you understand the power of information in the right hands.
Very true. It is the one organization that we're like all into.
Except for Sunny.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm down for that. Then we might get some more information before just running blindly into this temple that could have puppet monsters.
Puppet monsters.
It's kind of an out for the necklace, too, in my mind.
Yeah, because at this point, if we get caught with it, then like the watch might be pretty mad that we withheld it from them.
But if we like bypass the cops and essentially like take it to the FBI, then we're good. And they said they could pull strings if we got in legal trouble. So
Fair, fair.
they owe us one.
Yeah, they do.
I think that's a good.
We got beat up by a monk for them. They owe us one.
It's not wrong.
My ribs are still sore. So narrowing in on Davil or Gray Hand.
Yeah, I think so.
They can tell us maybe more about the necklace. We get rid of that, and then if it's gang related, we can find out more about who the actual person or gang involved is with Davil.
Bruno is
Was
just
one
excited
closer
to
to us?
excuse me.
So, what was the decision?
Going to the
Whichever
leader
one's
of the Black
closest.
Staff, I think.
Okay. So, you guys are going to Blackstaff Tower first?
Yep.
Okay.
Seems like a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, so you come up on this black, shiny tower with no windows. And then, as you go in, at this point, it just magically teleports you to her office every time. Like, the tower knows what you're there for.
Beam me up, Blackstaff.
My gosh. Sunny just hisses every time it happens.
And it doesn't just teleport you, like, into her office, it teleports you to, like, the doorway of her office, because, you know, she might be busy. So you're, like, outside the door to her office. But
Magic.
I'll walk up and knock on the door.
so Vajra opens the door. Hello, did my message come through okay?
Yes, did.
Why do you think we're here? I'm mumbling that under my breath.
Well, I don't actually know why you're here, because I thought that I already gave directions. So what else can I help you with?
Yeah, we're here for another thing too.
Okay.
Did you guys get info yet on the explosions today? AKA
Yeah.
in front of our house?
Yeah, I know that's something that the Watchful Order is currently investigating.
Well, they weren't watching close enough to see this. And gestures to Tink.
Sunny just busts out.
I
What do
pull
you
the
mean?
necklace. I pull the necklace out of my pocket and show her. So a 12-year-old walked up to me and said that this was like tossed into a barrel they were hiding behind of water. I think it's the weapon used, but after the monk told us to be wary of who we trust, we weren't really sure who to take it to aside from you to figure out how, like, what we're supposed to do to help prevent this from happening again. We don't. I mean, if this is what caused the explosion, then it'd be pretty powerful.
You know, normally I would advise that you share this with the guards, but yeah, considering the information you received from Huam, I don't blame you for not trusting them with it. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. So, this means that we're not actually looking for a wizard who cast Fireball. It could be just anybody who had this in their possession.
Anyone can play with.
Yeah, it's a necklace infused with the Fireball spell. So it activates by throwing a bead, which looks like there's only 2 beads left here. I'm not sure how many there were to begin with, but it looks like
Even
it's
a
been used.
Bruno goes, even a child?
I mean, in theory, yeah.
What?
See, that's what I've been saying, guys. Books. Book stuff.
The other thing is, we were told by one of the witnesses that it looked like a puppet without strings, kind of the size of a person-ish, was on the roof and was the one that threw something that exploded. Do you know anything that might resemble?
Make a persuasion check for me.
All right. So help me God, dice. You better roll good this time. 16.
Okay. So I know that there's a type of creature that's made by man called a nimblewright. As far as I know, the only one that's in the city is housed at the Temple of Gond, and I thought they were keeping it locked up. But that's really what that sounds like to me.
Is this like something they made, and is it actually like a puppet?
It's I don't know that you would have heard of this because they haven't really been seen much in this part of the world, but it would be more along the lines of like a construct or an android. So it's like I guess a puppet is one way of describing it, but it's a puppet with sentience.
8 magic, just in case anyone didn't know that already.
It's a thing with programs in its head. Bells in its head.
Yeah, and some of them are more intelligent than others. Like some are just glorified servants, while others have actual thought processes. But as far as I know, the only ones in the city are housed at the Temple of Gond.
Do you know if these people at the Temple of Gond are like friendly?
Oh yeah, they just they're a little kooky at times. They like to play with their inventions and come up with new creations. So they can be a little out there, but for the most part, they're harmless.
So you don't think they would have like told this Nimbarite to go bomb 11 people in front of our house?
I would find it very hard to believe, but that's also the only place I can think of that currently has nimble rights in Waterdeep.
Do you think it's a good idea for us to go talking to these people?
I mean, I don't think it could hurt. Like I said, these people are they're kind and creative and weird. But I don't think that they would purposely create something to harm, especially people in the city.
So you
Yeah,
said
but
this
what do we do if
necklace-
they... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, what do they do if they get twitchy when we're talking to them? Can we pull arms if they seem like they're gonna like get defensive?
Why are we asking
I
for
mean-
permission? Just do it.
Again, I seriously doubt that would happen. Before waging war on one of the religions of the city, I would advise getting authorities involved for this one. This isn't that's not something that would be like a criminal squabble. That would be an outright attack on one of our city's temples. So I advise against that, but I guess if it comes down to it, then do what you have to stay alive.
Do we have can we like question them basically with like I don't know how you'd say it, like an alibi from you guys, like make it a mission essentially so that we're covered and we can say that. So we're not just four people asking questions.
Sure. But if you're using our name, then I expect to get whatever information you gather.
I'd turn to the party with that and kind of because I don't know who you all trust.
I mean, I don't like it. But I don't feel like it's my call to make.
I mean, we've kind of told her, like, we're trusting her with quite a bit of information as it is, so I don't see too much harm in it.
And just to be clear, did you actually like hand her the necklace of fireballs, or were you just showing it to her and then like pocket it again?
That's what I was just about to clarify. Like, did she
Interesting.
like reach out, like wanting to like take it, or did she just like give that information, like just by looking at it?
She would have been able to tell just by looking at it, but it's your choice on if you handed it over.
Do you think it's a good idea for you to hang on to this, or should I hang on to it in case, like, we do need to get the authorities involved? And
Well, I'll let you guys decide because I know that you have some trust issues among you. But if I were you, I would give it to me to hang on to, especially considering the fact that law enforcement may consider you guys suspects.
I look back to the group and be like, yeah, kind of makes a fair point. What do you guys
True.
think?
But can you please do an arcane inspection of some kind on it to give us any more leads?
Any
Or is that
detect
something that
magic spell
makes
wouldn't
sense?
really give any more details on it. This is I'm familiar enough with this that I can tell it's a necklace of fireballs. But even using a spell on it, I won't be able to tell how many beads it started with. So I'm not sure how many it's missing.
Or where it came
But
from. Okay.
right. So all I'd be able to tell is what I already know.
Then I just back away from the evidence.
What do you think, Leona? Or, sorry, Sunny?
I voted we just never have kept it, but
I wasn't really given much of a choice. I can't just have a 12-year-old running around with it.
well, you didn't know what it was.
Yeah, and what were you doing while I was triggering the alarm, or while I was setting up the alarm?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you need cover for?
I was checking out the bodies. Why are we talking about this here right now? Listen.
Oh, right.
I don't care. I don't care about the necklace. You all make that decision. If we need to be rid of it, fine. I don't necessarily trust this woman here. No offense,
None
but we
taken.
don't know her from Adam.
And you were just given advice to be careful who you trust. So I understand your caution.
So,
See, she gets our caution.
well, you guys make the decision on the necklace. I am washing my hands. Be gone. Be done with it. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I don't really want to be caught with it in my possession, because I can definitely see where that would make us pretty high on the suspect list.
Like, can you imagine if, when the cops were questioning you, if they're like, "Well, we're just gonna do a quick search."
Right. That's why I was like, I can't just like stash it somewhere in the house either, because if they search the house, then it's just as bad. So I just hope that you put it to good use, or that when everything dies down and we're doing some mission for you, that we could maybe get it back to use for good for the organization.
I'll consider that.
I'll go ahead and hand it over to her then.
Okay. Was there anything else that I could help you guys with? Any other questions that you have for me?
How to fight a dragon?
So,
Know
Be
anything
going
about dragon
now.
fighting?
it's my hope that you shouldn't need to fight the dragon. You should be able to peacefully talk to it and find out what's going on.
Right. Not slaying the
Sunny's
dragon.
like
And I
laughing
wink at
her
Pink.
butt off right now.
Totally
Yeah, that
not
sounds-
slaying the dragon.
Well,
Yeah, that
how many
sounds,
dragons have you
like
interacted
fair.
with? Because it sounds like you may be a little bit racist towards dragons.
Oh my God.
Lord, we're leaving. I'm out.
All my
Sunny's
friends are
walking away.
dragonborn.
Oh my gosh. Sunny just turns around. I'm leaving.
This took a
Bye.
turn.
Especially considering how a lot of people still view orcs. Then might just be
Hey,
something to
Miss
consider.
Flagstaff.
Let's put the brakes
I'll
on
have you
now.
know, I am a contracting member of your organization and do not share your views.
Alright, guys, let's go before we overstay our welcome.
Sunny's gone, so she left.
Yeah.
She's out.
Already teleported down many a story. Telling
All
a
right.
story. And were you headed to Davilish?
Right outside for you twats to figure out what you're doing. I'm not. I'm just gonna wait outside the building. Just bathe in the sun.
I think we should head to the Temple of Gond.
The Temple of Ganja. Let's go.
All right. So,
If we hold on, if we're down, hold on. The tower that we're at is
Like West Coast.
it's where
like
is
down by
that?
the market.
Oh, okay. So we're still. Oh, is that where we're at? Oh yeah, Blackstaff
Yeah.
Tower. Duh. Okay. All right.
And then
never mind.
the other circled thing is
Just up. Yeah.
the
okay.
House
Yeah,
of Inspired Hands, Temple of
we're
Gond.
closer there, so we'll head up there first.
Okay.
We're also by the Gauntlet if anyone had errands.
But
Oh yeah, if you guys needed to, where'd it go? The Halls of Justice is also
The House of Justice.
Right there.
Oh, he was all stuck.
Sound like they have like a choir constantly singing in the corner, just for atmosphere.
So did Bruno and Tink need to stop by and ask any questions at Order of the Gauntlet, or did you guys just want to head up towards the Temple of Gond?
I'm down for just going to the Temple of God, honestly.
Yeah, let's just use that. Let's try and one track mind it.
Okay,
I don't want to
Sounds
tell
good.
too many people at the moment. Like everything.
that's fair. Especially like immediately after being told to be careful who you trust. Just like, let's tell the whole city.
Hey. So I was like, we should probably talk to somebody, but God, I don't know who.
All right. So the House of Inspired Hands, which is Waterdeep's Temple of Gond, sits on the corner of Sea-Watch Street and Shark Street in the Sea Ward. One second.
You said the C word.
Anyway.
All right. Had to yell at the dog real quick. And then as you walk up to the temple, you see the House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Gond, a toothed cog with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently, and you see the silhouette of a humanoid shape perching on the rooftop. The humanoid extends an arm, releasing a tiny metal sparrow into the sky, and then the bird does a few loops in the air and veers right towards you.
What the hell?
Birdie!
Snack time!
I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative.
Of course you are, you punk.
Oh my god.
We
I
were
was just gonna warn her not to eat the metal snack.
Bruno's luck persists. I rolled a 3.
15.
Tink's not much better off. I only got a 6.
I've been
11?
last place for initiative every
11.
single time we've.
All right. So this mechanical bird is flying towards you guys. Sunny, you're up first.
Woo! Yay! Okay. I wanna catch it. Catch it with my
Cat
claws.
reflexes.
That's right. I wanna. Is it within jumping distance?
No, it's still pretty high up.
Oh, come on.
It's
Okay,
like
can I
It's like 60 feet away from you.
Okay. Well, shit. I don't think there's anything I. Oh, can I? Oh, I can. I'm gonna. Well, I don't know if a dart is really gonna do anything to it, but. Wait. Radiant Sunbolt. Hold on. Let me look. It can hurl searing bolts of magical radiance. Attack range of 30 feet. I'll shoot.
Also, this thing might not actually be attacking us. We're just a little
Didn't
on
she
edge.
say it was diving at us?
Yeah, it's like flying towards you guys.
Just because it's flying towards us doesn't mean it's going to actually harm us, though. It might be some sort of gag.
This is true, actually.
I'm looking at this spell thing. Can I just jump up onto a roof building?
You could start climbing up to one, yeah.
Yeah, to try and close that distance.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice.
And see if I climb on top of a building, how much closer does that put me to it?
It's still gonna be a good 40 feet away.
Yeah, fine, I'll wait. Can't do anything.
Jackson.
Oh.
Alright. So it's 40 feet away?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's 60 feet away from you guys on the ground. It's 40 feet away from Sunny being up.
Where she's climbed up another like 20. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I can try and blow it off course or something. Because Gust isn't really like, it doesn't do damage, so we wouldn't harm it if it's not trying to harm us. But it could like send it off course. Can I just try and create a thing of air where it's diving at us with Gust?
Sure.
If it counts as an object too, I think it said I can move it 10 feet. Can I like send it to the side, kind of towards where at least the rooftop that Sunny's on?
Yeah, you can redirect it. Is there a rule for that? Or yeah, so it's
I think it has to make a strength check.
okay, I see now. Which it fails. So then it is less than 5 pounds, so it'd be pushed up to 10 feet.
Nice. Yeah, I send all of that to the side.
Okay.
Wait, can I send it down? Five down, 5 to the side. She's in cat jump range.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Or I guess probably not still, but
I'm ready.
that's the idea.
I'm ready.
So the mechanical bird continues flying on and ends up just crashing into the side of a building and breaks.
Birdie!
Oops.
And then when that happens, you notice that the figure that was on the roof of the temple crawls away and ducks back into a door in the roof.
So I think they're fine with it.
I able to get a better look at it from where I was, or no?
Make a perception check.
Oh, what the? Ah! Shit. Oh, well, at least it's a +3. So 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay. Yeah, so let me see here. Trying to find the page. Yeah, so what you see is like this golden, shiny, man-shaped thing.
Thing.
It like looks like a person, but not quite a person.
Puppet!
That sounds like the thing from the first Thor.
I was gonna
Almost.
say, I'm gonna get down and say, guys, the thing on the roof was not human. I don't know what it was, but it was mechanical of some kind.
Same with the bird, it would seem. I think we got attacked. Like, I don't think that's just the church's automaton. Or if it is, it's acting up.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well,
Let's see what these people are up to.
Hallie said it wasn't diving at us. It was coming towards us, but it wasn't diving at us.
She said it wasn't attacking us necessarily.
Yeah, so it was like flying straight towards you guys, but then it like lost its trajectory when Jackson pushed it with the gust. And so it ended up just crashing.
Okay.
I scurry over to where it crashed for some answers, because I still feel like it attacked us instead of just being something else. It's also kind of sus that whatever that was dipped afterwards.
Yeah.
But like, if there's any remains, I'm looking.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, so
hopeful that
it looks
we
almost
attacked,
it looks almost like a sparrow, but it's like metal and has a bunch of gears and stuff, and so it doesn't look quite like a real bird, but like it looks like it's supposed to be a sparrow. But at this point it's like broken and pieces have fallen off of it.
Think they'll know about this inside?
It's not a yummy snack.
Break your teeth on that one.
Boo. Well, I guess we better go in.
Do you want to chase after whatever door that was? Like, get up there and we can question the people down here and you can suss out upstairs.
If you want me to suss out upstairs, I always like a good suss.
I'm just saying, like, if it's loose in their thing, if they've like lost control, we get in there, it's crazy. They might want us to be tracking it.
I'm not opposed to that. Sure,
You're not
I'll go.
opposed to do
I'll go do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Can anyone else go with you out of curiosity? Like, can Tink ride like on your shoulders, or like, because you're not like a small cat. You're like a normal
Absolutely not.
person, basically. Yeah.
She can
I
climb up
also-
herself.
I also have terrible. I have absolutely terrible stealth, so I don't think that would work out very well.
I feel like
That's
Sunny
fair, too,
and Tink just look at each other and just laugh.
Yeah, it's like.
And your
you think-
history and like religion stuff, you might notice when we're questioning, is good.
All right, you go talk with the peeps and deal with the magic-y stuff, and I'll go sus.
Alright.
He'll go set.
Okay.
All right.
If I don't rendezvous with you guys by the end of the day at our inn, then send Dowell to find me.
All right. So we'll start off with everyone but Sunny is going in just through the front door, right?
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
gonna knock on the door, but
I mean, the temples are all open. Like, people can just come and go. So
gotcha.
you could knock, but it's not common.
Don't be weird.
Yeah, I'll just go in. I won't be
Okay.
weird.
So as you walk in, the opening hallway is the Hall of Exemplary Inventions. So you see these pedestals on the sides of the hallway with award-winning inventions. There's a 4-foot-tall working model of a clock tower that rings at the top of every hour. It's made out of wood, iron, bronze, and glass, with brass bells and delicate hands formed from solid gold. So, a really well-crafted clock. Another pedestal has a wooden flying machine that has wings that flap when it becomes airborne. Another pedestal has a miniature model of a mechanical dragon turtle. That has a brass plate affixed to its pedestal that reads, Big Belchy sank in Deepwater Harbor on the Day of Wonders in 1363 DR, which is like 100 years before this is taking place. So, likely something that sank, and this is just a model of it. Another pedestal has a functional waking helmet equipped with small articulated metal arms and hands that gently slap the wearer if he or she falls asleep. And then the last pedestal has a miniature model of a red submarine shaped like a manta ray that has a brass plate affixed to its pedestal that reads, The Scarlet Marpenoth, Lantanese Submersible, launched 1489 DR. And so, that one's just a model of a little submarine. So you walk through this hall of exemplary inventions, and then there's another set of doors that lets you into the actual temple. Okay. And then once you open that next set of doors, you are met by a dragonborn priest. bronze dragon ancestry. Excuse me.
Dragon.
Hello, welcome to the House of Inspired Hands. My name is Valletta. Is there anything that we can help you with here? Have you been here before?
We have not been here before. We're kind of curious what you guys do in here. Looks like you guys create a lot of things.
Yeah, and looking around the room, then there's just a ton of people working at different workbenches. A bunch of activity, people inventing and creating a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, at the House of Inspired Hands, we are trying to advance civilization and create new inventions.
Would you guys have maybe invented something called a nimbarite?
Oh yeah, nimble rights. So there have been some that are a bit more mindless. Just ones that can like help bring food out from the kitchen and so forth. But our pride and joy here is Nim. Nim understands Common. He doesn't speak, but I can speak sign language with him. And he just has a phenomenal mind, especially considering the fact that he's a creation.
Does Nim, is he like confined to being in here, or does he like have free range to wander about the city?
Oh no, he stays here. He actually has a room upstairs that he usually stays in.
I think he might have thrown a mechanical bird at us when we walked up here. There was some sort of metal figure person on the roof, and they chucked a flying bird at us.
Yeah, this thing. I just like hold it up.
Come with me. Let's go talk to our little rascal up there. And she'll lead you up the staircase up to his room.
Little what?
Rascal.
He's not a person, but a thing, but a person, but a
Yeah.
thing. Jackson's really confused.
Leona, are you back? I want to switch over to what Sunny's doing before we continue, so we'll just wait a second.
Right. So I was like, oh no. She might have to hide.
Sunny's in super stealth mode.
Tyrone sleeping with his face pressed up against the fan, like placed on my computer where it blows out the really hot air.
Oh. I want to see what Sunny was doing before we continue up the stairs to see, like, if she's just gonna run into you in the hallway.
Oh, hey, fancy seeing you here.
After playing through Strahd, like I keep expecting everybody to be so evil and like just attack us. It's weird having people who are actually like helpful.
I mean, this is
I
like
know, right?
a normal city. I mean, a normal fantasy city.
Yeah, just a normal city with robots walking everywhere.
Right. I'm just checking it again. Leona, are you back? I saw her thing light up, but I think it was just sound coming through. Are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry.
All right,
I
you're
had
good.
to nurse Erica.
You're good. I just wanted to switch over to Sunny real quick.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh, is
you,
that Tyrone?
yeah,
Yeah, he's sleeping
Freaking
against the like
cute.
hot air vent.
Cutie. Okay, sorry.
So
you're good. So you make it up to the roof with no issue, and you find a little door that goes into the attic. Peeking down from up above, it looks like it's just like a dusty, dark attic with some storage boxes. Like nothing really seems to stand out.
Can I go in
Yeah.
with stealth? I can't imagine how helpful stealth is going to be, but
So right now you don't need to stealth because it's just an empty attic. But there is a set of stairs and a door that would go down to the next floor.
okay. Do I notice any disturbances in the boxes at all?
No. Not as far as you can tell. It looks like there's just a bunch of junk up here, like random mechanical parts and discarded inventions and stuff like that. But
Something tells me that this person would be able to blend in with them very well.
he was like literally gold, like shiny metal body. So
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go through and maybe peek through the door. Go down the stairs quietly and peek through the door.
Okay.
So he kind of looked like 3PO from Star Wars.
Basically, yeah. Which I'll show you a picture when we actually get to that point. So looking through that door, so this place was like 3 stories, including the attic. So this is like the middle floor, and you see a hallway with what looks like just doors to private quarters along the hallway. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, come on, new dice. I've been rolling pretty good so far. Ooh, 19! Plus 3,
Okay.
so 22.
Yeah, so you notice one of the doors has like a brand new lock and doorknob on it. That's
Okay.
different from the others.
Interesting. I mean, this is probably a dumb idea, and I'm sure it's probably locked, but can I go try and open the door?
So as you start going down the hallway, because of your high perception check, you hear some footsteps coming up the stairs from the first floor.
I'm gonna stealthily run back real quick. To the door that's at the door that leads to the attic.
Okay.
Can I close the door and peep under the little the gap? That's the fucking word I'm looking for. The gap between the floor and the door. Holy shit.
Yeah, and you'd also be able to like listen through that to like any dialogue that's happening.
Okay. I'm gonna do that then.
All right. So shortly after you get back behind that door, Valletta leads the rest of the party up the stairs and down the hallway.
I don't know who Valletta is because I was gone during that part.
Yeah, so Valletta is the priest who's escorting the party up to this room upstairs.
Okay. I'm just gonna hang. I'm just gonna hang. Gonna hang. Because I feel like if I show up, I'm like, hey guys, she's gonna be like, what the fuck? So we're just gonna Sunny's just gonna like face palm and watch what door they go into.
Okay. Yeah, so Valletta. So where we left off with the rest of the party, Valletta was like, come with me, like obviously exasperated. And she walks you guys upstairs and down the hallway, and then at the end of the hallway, she brings you to this one door, and she's explaining along the way that Nim is a phenomenal creation. He's really impressive, but he gets a bit stir crazy and gets a bit lonely up here at times, and so he's been making some of his own creations, like that bird that you just showed me. So we're gonna go talk to him because that's not okay.
Has he ever tried to hurt someone like this before?
No, he never tries to hurt people. He just causes mischief. So she leads you back to the door, and then as she's going to go open the door, she realizes that it has a new lock on it that she can't open. I don't have a key to this lock. This is new. Apparently, Nim must not want to be disturbed.
Uh-oh.
Do any of you have any ways of opening locks, magical or otherwise?
Oh, I can't say anything.
I'll take that as a no.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
I scratch my nose and I say no, but I know someone who might. But we left them outside.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. It's not magical. It's just like a fancy, shiny new lock.
Do I have any mess kit, rations, rope?
I was just looking through. I don't know if any of you guys do have thieves' tools.
I think I'm positive. I'm almost positive. Hold on, let me look. I'm almost positive I did because that's like the one item I have every time. And if I don't, I need to because I always have them with me.
Because even if you're not even if you're not proficient, you can just use a dexterity roll for these
Yeah.
tools.
That's kind of what I'm looking at. Can I use my tinderbox, pull some
Every
some kindling out of my tinderbox and try and pick the lock with some wooden toothpick style?
Probably not.
Okay.
The other route is brute force it.
Yeah, I do
and-
have a crowbar and a hammer.
Valletta would speak
Okay.
up and let's not destroy temple property, please.
Bruno's just sitting there with a crowbar in one hand and a hammer in the other, ready to go.
I don't have it in my back. Hold on. Where is it? How do I search?
Mine has a big ass search bar at the top.
Yeah, duh.
I'm not seeing anything on Sunny's. I'm thinking that might not have been one of the monk things. So that might be something you have to pick up.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing, wasn't I?
What about sleight of hand? Would
So-
sleight of hand allow her to use another object as a pick, maybe?
Not
Because it's not the same as lockpicking.
not
like-
likely. This is clearly a new fancy lock, so you would need actual lockpick tools for it.
Okay.
So upset with myself because I have never had a character that has never had lock-picking tools ever.
Well, short of that, we can try talking to Nim and try to convince him to open the door for us.
Wait.
Do you guys want to try to talk to him?
I'll knock on the door and try and get him to open the door. Hey Nim, hey buddy.
Roll a. Let's see. Roll a persuasion check. That's a +4 for you.
What? 9.
So 13 total.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't answer.
I'll go.
So-
up and
Can we
knock on the door.
also say I'm sorry I hurt your bird friend? I brought him back, and would that also be a persuasion check?
Yeah. Go ahead.
That wasn't a flat surface. Okay. It's low. 5 plus whatever my
Oof.
persuasion. And I have no charisma, so just 5, I think.
I will walk up and knock on the door. See if my persuasion will do a little better. Hey Nim, how you doing, buddy? Just want to talk. I got a 17.
All right. That is exactly what you needed. So you hear the lock click. The door slowly opens and he kind of peers out a little bit around the side. Let me find the picture of Nim here to show you. Where'd it go? Oh, come on. Maybe it's not under named characters. Maybe it's just Nimble, right? There we go. That's what I wanted. So this guy opens the door for you. So
C3PO. Or what's this? Yes.
it's basically a mix between Davil and C3PO.
Weird.
Wait, is this on roll? Sorry, is this on roll 20 or is this?
Yeah, it was on roll 20, but I can copy it over if.
Oh yeah, I was looking on
that makes
Discord.
sense.
I see it now.
You said this guy answers the door, and I see this puppy just lying there.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
There you go.
That's honestly a little terrifying.
Which he slowly opens the door, peeks around, and then kind of runs back over to the corner and hides in the clutter.
We just want to talk, bud. We're not mad about the bird. Sounds like there might be a little misunderstanding there. Why'd you chuck him at us?
And you see him like signing to Valletta. It's not any form of sign language any of you have ever seen, so it's something that he likely created on his own. But he communicates to Valletta, who translates for you, that he just wanted to see if the bird could fly, and saw the party walking up and thought it would be fun to have it fly by you guys, but he didn't mean to scare you.
Did you maybe accidentally scare some other people earlier today?
No, again, this is through Valletta. No, I've been in here for most of the day. I just left long enough to take my new little bird up to the roof.
So you don't venture outside of the temple?
No.
You've never ventured outside of the temple?
No, I haven't.
Is there anybody that's kind of like you, that's like a friend of yours that you have seen go outside of the temple?
And he looks kind of like scared and ashamed and hides behind some random clutter again.
It's okay, buddy. You're not in trouble. We're just trying to figure something out.
So he starts signing with Valletta, and instead of immediately translating back, Valletta is like angrily signing back at him. And then she's obviously like angry and turns to you guys to explain. So apparently, Nim has been feeling lonely and decided to create a friend for himself. I was not aware of this, and apparently his friend got spooked and took off a few weeks ago.
I see. What does this friend look like? Does he look similar to you?
So apparently the friend looks a lot like Nim, but not as well put together.
So, the reason we came here, the reason we asked, is because and it sounds like this friend of Nim's might have been the one involved with a bombing earlier. Or not necessarily a bombing, but it seems that a spell of some kind was tossed at a group of people and some people were hurt. So we were trying to figure out if Nim here did that, but it sounds like maybe his friend did.
And Nim looks like very clearly distraught by this. Like, this is not something that he would have intended. This is not something that he was okay with. Not something he was aware of.
And like,
Can
go ahead.
I was just to say I try and comfort him, like saying that like it's okay, like sometimes you harm things you don't want to. Like I didn't mean to harm your bird.
And I'm gonna
And he turns around and starts like digging through one of his piles of stuff, and pulls out, and I'm sending this in Discord this time, pulls up this little device that's like a foot long.
What the fuck is
So it's about a foot long, mostly made out of copper, with a little umbrella at the top. How long is Detect Magic active for Brunor's spell?
I believe it's 10 minutes.
I think it's 10
okay.
minutes. Yeah, okay. So it's still active, so you'd be able to see that it has an aura of divination magic around it.
Whoa.
Um,
It's magic!
and so he starts signing with Valletta again, and explains that when his friend ran off, he created this device to help find the runaway Nimblewright. But then he wasn't able to actually leave the temple grounds to find it, so he hasn't been able to use it. But he hands this to you guys so that you can use it.
Violetta, I would like to say, like, try not to be too hard on him. Like, it sounds like he didn't mean to for any of this to happen.
I understand, but he also knows that it's not okay for him to be messing with those kinds of creations. So we are going to be taking some of his tools here to make sure it doesn't happen again.
That is understandable.
So this device, when you activate it by holding onto the trigger here, if you're within 500 feet of any Nimblewright other than Nim, the little umbrella on it will start to spin and click, and it goes faster the closer that you are to a target.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
We can't have a runaway troublemaking Nimblewright running around the city. That's going to come back poorly on us if he's still out there. It sounds like you guys are fairly invested in this. Would you be willing to track it down and destroy it for us?
You don't want it somehow returned here?
I want some part of it returned here as proof that it's been destroyed. But this creation, if it's out there killing people, it can't be allowed to be out there. If you guys can destroy it and bring back proof, I will pay you 500 gold.
How does one go about killing a Nimblewright? To be honest, this is the first time we've ever heard of it.
Where is its thought center?
Let me find out.
And or giant switch. Also, super
basically,
secret.
they need to just be broken into pieces. If it's broken to the point that it's not moving anymore, then
He's dead.
he's dead. Otherwise, it would be possible for a mending spell to repair him. And I don't know if this Nimblewright is evil on its own or if something else has gotten to it and is using it for their own purposes, but either way, we need this thing taken care of.
Let's find him!
I was just gonna say, super secret sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want? Is this like something with the authorities that we want, or are we cool with the gold? Like, does it seem like they're trying to shift blame?
I think they're probably trying to hide it from the authorities.
So,
Like, it's true, it's a bad look for a temple for sure.
if you guys want to make insight checks, you could find out more about like whether you think she's being honest.
Yeah.
Good idea. Oh, I got a nat 20, so it's a 21.
All right. So she seems like genuinely surprised by all of this. This is not something that she thought Nim was capable of or stupid enough to have done. Which, I mean, also, if you think about it, she has this sentient being that's just locked away in its room all the time. So, like, of course he's lonely. Of course he's going to want to try to find some kinship, even if he has to create it himself. But she had no idea that this had happened and wants to make sure that the cops don't start trying to shut down her temple because of this mistake.
Yeah.
I can see where that would look really bad on Nim too. Like, and he, like you said, he was just making an innocent creation. He didn't
Like,
know
from
it was
his perspective, he didn't know this was going to happen. Even the bird, he was just like, make the birdie fly! Maybe these people will like it. Oh no. Oh no, bad things.
Run away.
Can I just like get down on eye level with him? Because you said he was kind of crouching earlier, and I just get like super serious with him that I'm like, if you hurt people with this, you can use your tinkering to help people. Like try to save as many as have been hurt, if you can.
He just nods. Like, aggressively nods.
And then I just like turn back to the group and be like, just give him a good mission at least.
I feel like if he.
But also, what are we gonna do?
He'd be crying. Like he'd have actual tears right now if he was able. Or Nim.
Probably, yeah.
Like Data from Star Trek trying to fire something. But also, like, yeah, like sidebar, do we want to protect the temple group tinker people from what happened? Like if we destroy it, will the like truth still come out about what happened, or are we like being paid to keep our mouths closed, I guess?
I mean, I don't know that I trust the watch would actually figure this out, you know, without our help. And if it just means that we're taking care of the problem and it's not going to happen again, then that's justice in my book, I would think. But
That's true.
I mean, what's her face at the Black Staff? She said that these people were like really good people generally.
Yeah. And they would probably not know how to try it. Like, they wouldn't know how to take it to court. They would probably end up blaming the priest person instead of seeing the perpetrator as the automaton.
Right.
Most likely, and I think Tink would kind of have some insight into this, most likely Tink would know like any kind of controversy that's ever come up about this temple has been like about a machine that didn't work properly and pinched someone, or somebody lost a finger while they were creating something. Not like anything to this magnitude ever that you've heard of.
I'll go ahead and share that with the party too.
Well, they made good things. This is the first time it's ever harmed anybody.
Right.
And it was an accident of a sentience that doesn't really get it or get why it happened.
And it would give us the rest of the money for fixing up the manor.
How pragmatic.
Right?
But yeah.
I'm not saying I'm motivated by money, but
Ouch.
give her the old we'll see what we can do.
yeah, I agree there. Yeah, we'll see what we can do and let you know what we find. Hopefully, bring back proof. Do you just want like a bucket of parts? Is that proof?
Uh,
Here's
I
your
mean,
bucket.
really, just it doesn't need to be all of him or even a significant part of him. Just something so that I know that it's actually been taken care of. Because, well, there are some less than honest people out there, so I don't want to just hand over 500 gold without knowing that it's actually been taken care of. But if you can bring something back.
All right. Well, we'll be seeing you guys then. Thank
Bucket
you for
of
helping.
bolts.
Thank you for all your help, Nim. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to solve this mystery.
He just nods at you.
Nim, brother.
And so as you guys are leaving Nim's room, you bump into Sunny just standing in the hallway.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Valletta turns towards you guys. Like, I'm guessing that she's the friend that was outside?
Yes.
Okay.
Yup. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Listen.
Sunny. We could have used you earlier when you were outside.
Oh. Sorry. To bring up the rear.
Well, we best be going.
Which of you is going to hold on to the nimble right detector?
It's not me. I don't do magic.
Oh, that's definitely gonna be Brunor. He is so excited about this magical little thingamadoo, Dad.
Just don't break it, you big old beast.
You big old piece.
Alright, I'm adding it to...
As we're leaving, sorry, can I just tell the person to put in I can't do my alarm again, but can they check do something a little better to make sure that if he does go out again, they know.
Yeah,
I guess he's making the lock, so it's probably not going to do any good.
Yeah, he created the lock to keep people out. Probably because he knew that he was in trouble. We're gonna be taking some of his tools away just to make sure he's not making another creature in the meantime. And I'm gonna have some of our priests keep a closer eye on him.
Cool. Be careful, y'all.
Cool.
And then... Alright, I added the nimble right detector to Brunor's inventory.
Does it seem like that thing it has infinite use?
Yeah, it's just... Basically, if you wanted to, anywhere you walked, you could just be holding the handle down on it. And then if you're within 500 feet of the creature...
Bruno, your task is to hold that button everywhere we go.
You see me pull out my. You see me grab that and pull it out in one hand, and I pull the bell out in the other hand.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I'm ready.
Well, you just let us know if that umbrella does anything, okay, big guy?
Will do.
We're gonna
Alright.
turn to the party and be like, he's growing on me.
You're the only one.
That thing looks like a drink I had at a bar one time.
Don't know what kind of bars you go to, buddy.
Uptown.
Um, probably maybe just like walk back to our house while holding that thing, and hopefully somewhere along there or at the house it goes off.
I mean, yeah, that was the last place we saw him. So actually,
Right.
So at this point, it's going to be like later in the afternoon because you had that whole ordeal with the investigation and everything. You went to the Blackstaff Tower, you went to talk to the people at this temple, and then like it takes you a while to get back across town to your house. So it's like late afternoon at this point. I'm not sure if you guys would want to do anything else in this in-game day. But for the sake of the session, I think we'll wrap up here for tonight. You do make it all the way back to the tavern, and the detector doesn't go off in between those two spots. But
Oof.
I would be just long resting and then doing my weapon bond thing. So I'm ready for next session in case we get into combat. Because we have to break this thing.
yeah,
Yeah. Long rest.
no,
Yeah, I think that's gonna be fun. Trying to break that thing.
Hell, are you the only one that gets that?
yeah, and I only get it because
Of
I
Wyatt.
don't.
of Wyatt. Yeah,
I'll share. Don't worry. I got
no, you don't need to.
you.
It's
YouTube.
dumb.
It's absolutely hilarious.
If it's any consolation, I probably won't watch it. So there you go.
It's like a Japanese candy commercial. But anyway, that is where I'm going to end tonight's session. And then we'll plan on meeting next Sunday, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Sounds like a
Correct.
plan.